Halifax Wanderers head coach Vanni Sartini. We'll begin with questions in the room. And AJ from TSN 1200, could you kick us off?
Yeah, Vanni, just how did you see this one here today?
Yeah, it hurts a little bit because, in the second half we did everything to score the goal that we needed. Couple of one very good save by their goalkeeper, one ball on the line, and then the last one, I don't know. The last one, the open net when we hit the post, it was like, I think it's a little bit of the synopsis of the moment that we are now, that everything goes against us. But those are the moments where we need to stay close to each other. And, I think from this game, to be honest, see the positive. We had a good performance, we had a good team. We executed the plan. The plan was, we knew that they're very good in possession and try to counter. We had a massive chance in the first half, 0-0. Unfortunately, we didn't score. They scored a very beautiful goal, they're a good team. But after that goal, they didn't have big chance. Maybe one when Manu shot from distance, he was a little bit out. But I think in terms of quality of the game, in terms of how the game went, we deserved a tie. But that's the beauty of this game too, that it's hard to score a goal, and if we don't score a goal, we go home with our, I don't know if in English you say, with a tail between your legs. Yeah, that's the thing.
Just overall, now that you've seen virtually every team in the league
Yeah.
now, how has these couple of months been for you, and just kind of viewing this league and how it's been for you?
Very good. So it's been a learning curve for sure. So to understand, the other team of the league, how they play, and the nice thing of this league that, to be honest, in this season, probably except for Forge, that seem a little bit out of range for everybody. Every game is an open game. Every game can go on way on the other side. So I think that's the first thing. And the quality, I knew that the quality was high and the quality was good. Then, in terms of me and the team, has been a good learning curve, because I started the season with an idea of what we were going to do, but at the end, it's not try to apply is the best idea that you have in mind, but the best idea for the team. And so I think that today has been the first time that we played in a different way, because I thought that we found the way that we need to play, and it was kind of, I want to say, turning point or something in terms of quality, and hopefully from now on it's gonna get better, and we're gonna have the harvest of all the work that we've done in the first 5-6 weeks of the league.
Thanks. Thank you very much, AJ. We'll go to Gord next.
Coach, what took place at half time? You go in down, for the most part you haven't had a good first half.
Yeah.
I think your expertise was zero.
Shot.
Going into
Yeah.
half-time. What discussion took place at half-time? Because there's a far better performance in the second.
Yeah, the discussion was pretty simple. One, to stay in the game, because we knew that if we were going to chase them and to press them without an idea, their quality, it's actually what they want. They're very good to play in between you. So I said, we need to stay in the game, because we're going to have multiple chances to score. And in fact, that happened. And I think we stayed in the game very well. The other thing was, we changed the way a little bit to attack, in the sense that we bring the initial idea of the game was, let's try to go wide and force some 1v1 and win the 1v1. We weren't winning the 1v1, so we'd say, okay, let's bring the guys, the wingers, the offensive guys on the side inside, so they can attack the back of the fullback and attack the space in behind. And this idea, it paid much more than the other one.
Yeah, the two centre midfielders for Ottawa, Koke and Manu, do a really good job of winning those second balls.
Yeah.
And then in the transition game, puts you on the back foot. Was there any discussion to try and close them down a little bit quicker, or was it?
Yeah, the discussion was to not allow them to do what they're doing very well, in the sense of we needed to shield them. I think we did an okay job. and the other way was to be extremely patient with the ball. In the first half, we did it at the end of the first half. We didn't create anything, but we kept the ball because they love to have the ball, and so the more we kept the ball, the better it is. In fact, it's a paradox because they had the ball for a lot of time in the first half, but they scored the goal on a transition mode, and it was our fault because we forced a ball that we shouldn't force, that we actually worked the entire week, but it is what it is. And that's a lesson for us. And again, I leave the room with a match, we leave the game, even if it's the same, like when we lost at home against Forge last week, not talking the championship, talking the league, when you have with a much different, I would say, sensation, because I think that we are on the right path if we continue working like this.
Thank you. Good. Any final questions in the room before we move to the virtual sphere? Okay. Anyone on Zoom, please use the raised hand symbol to ask a question now.